Forgiving someone who hurt you becomes much more easier if they ask for your forgiveness or try to make amends and sincerely apologize for what they did. But most of the times that is not what happens, right? We just see that they have left our lives and have moved on with their lives, and now it's up to us to how we want to handle this particular pain that we are holding on to. So today, let us take a look at how to forgive someone who hasn't even asked for our forgiveness. Hi, this is Danya Ashokan and welcome to yet another video of Finding Home in Yourself. Before we look at how to forgive someone who asked for our forgiveness, let's quickly take a look at why to forgive someone who hasn't asked for our forgiveness. Because once we get clear on why we should be forgiving someone, it becomes easier for us to go through the entire process of forgiving someone who hurt us. One of the most important reasons why you should consider forgiving someone is not for them but for you. Is to free you from that memory, stop holding you hostage in that memory, and to just let go of these baggages that are now holding you back. This also helps you in keeping your inner world clean, which will also start reflecting in the new experience that you create in the world, because the outside world is only a mirror of your internal reality. Once you clean whatever you're holding on to in your internal reality, you will soon start seeing the outer world also change to reflect the changes that you have started making in your internal reality. Now I know that it's not very easy to do this, but recognize that this is where your spiritual power lies. This is where your true soul strength lies. When you're holding on to resentment and unforgiveness for someone else, for sure you are keeping them hostage in that memory, but at the same time you are taking from your own soul strength to feed the energy required to keep the other person also hostage in that memory. When you release this stuck energy, it will be much more easier for you to move on with your life and go forward and do all the things that you want to and desire to. Seeking revenge, holding on to resentment, holding on to that pain is an option that you can definitely choose, but there is definitely so much more strength, freedom, peace and joy when you let go of that pain that you're holding on to and then just free yourself from that particular memory or the particular situation that you're still trying to hold on to in your mind. So as we are preparing for this new year on a very fresh start, let's try to let go of some of those baggages of resentment and unforgiveness that you have been carrying on for so long, and create a vacuum within your inner world that the divine can now fill in with divine richness, true prosperity and true inner freedom. So today I'll share with you a very powerful forgiveness process that I found to be very useful to heal from a lot of painful memories and forgive a lot of people, and I'm hoping that you will find it useful too. But remember, sometimes you might need to forgive the same person and heal from the same memory multiple times. So just come back to this video and repeat the 3 steps that I mentioned in this forgiveness process as many times as you need to forgive the other person and to heal from that particular memory. And that's completely fine. Sometimes it's very easy for us to forgive certain people and heal from certain memories, but for some painful memories it might take us many times. Like we might have to do it again and again whenever that memory pops up, and whenever you feel that that memory is really bringing in a lot of pain within you, you would sit with it and heal it, and that's completely fine. Do it as many times as you need to for each of those specific pains and to heal from each of those specific pains. So yeah, let's do this together. Pick up your pen and a piece of paper and list down the name of one person that you would like to forgive, or list down one memory. Identify one memory that you would like to heal from now. You may pause this video to identify a particular memory that you would like to heal from. And once you have done that, pick up a piece of paper and start writing down everything that you want to say to this person. You don't have to judge yourself when we're writing this down. You can say anything that you want to release those painful emotions that you're holding on to. And you don't have to judge yourself and stop yourself or inhibit yourself in any way. You won't manifest something bad for the other person or anything, because all of these thoughts are only something that you are already holding on to inside of your mind. So you're just letting it all out so that you can let go of these thoughts and allow space for more positive thoughts to take form. So say whatever you want to say to this person regarding this experience and how it made you feel and all the anger, all the frustration, just let it all out. My coach actually recommended me to fill 3 full pages, and I would also suggest you to do the same. But sometimes if you feel that you have been able to let it all out within like 1 or 2 pages, that is also fine. But try to pour out everything that you have been holding on to and make sure that you are feeling much more lighter once you're done with this process. And once you have let it out, the next thing that you can also consider doing is to burn this paper, because once you see the power of the fire actually burning those pieces of paper, you can also visualize the energetic charge that you have been holding on to is leaving your body, and your inner body is now becoming much more cleaner and lighter and purified by the strength of the fire. So allow the strength of the fire to symbolize the power that is now filling in your body. Once you have let it all out, the second step in the process is for you to try to visualize or try to understand things from the other person's perspective. Now, this doesn't mean that you're justifying that person's actions in any manner, but you're just trying to understand what could have probably led that person to act in the particular way that they did, or say the particular things that they actually said. It could be that they didn't know any better, or it could be that someone hurt them like that and that is the only way that they probably know to react to situations, or it could be that that's how they have been conditioned or taught to respond to situations, or that's the only way that they knew to process that particular situation. So whatever may be the reason, the idea of this step is just to try to understand things from their perspective as well, and what led them to them acting in that particular way, which is not entirely related to you, but it's more about their conditioning. Because know that if they knew better, if they truly knew better, they would have done better. But it's not your responsibility to teach them that lesson. It's life's responsibility, and life has a way of flowing for everyone. You just need to focus on your life lessons and your journey. If something got hurt within you, then it's your responsibility to heal that particular wound. So focus on healing that by practicing more self-compassion and self-love and taking really good care of yourself and your emotional needs. So once you have been able to gain some perspective as to what could have possibly led them to act in the way that they did, you might feel at least a little bit of compassion being formed within your heart for the other person. And that's when is the right time for you to move into the third step of the process. So the first step is to write down whatever you're feeling, let it all out and burn that particular paper. And then the second step is to try to understand the other person's perspective, try to understand their life journey, have some compassion for them and their programming, and just try to understand their perspective. And the third step in this process is for you to use this powerful forgiveness framework that you can use to actually forgive this person. The third step in the process is based on the law of karma. Law of karma states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and everything always tries to get to a state of equilibrium. So it's possible that you or one of your past versions actually did something to someone else, which has now resulted in this particular person acting in this particular way towards us, so that karmic connection could get balanced. But I understand that this can be a little difficult for us to digest. So let me just add in a reminder here that the universe makes no mistakes, and the universe truly believes that this experience is the right experience for you in your soul's journey, for your own growth. And the universe also believes in your power to go through this experience and overcome this experience and come out victorious from this experience. So with this background, let us look at the forgiveness framework. This framework is inspired by the teachings of B.K. Shivani. Now, I want you to visualize the image of this particular person that you're trying to forgive. Allow that person's image to appear in front of you and visualize yourself telling the other person the following lines. So you begin by taking the other person's name and then say, "I'm sorry for whatever I did in the past that resulted in you acting like this to me in the present moment. Please forgive me for whatever I did to you in the past. I forgive you for whatever you did to me in this present moment. I release this toxic connection between us and visualize it being filled with love." I love you. Now, the first time you say this, it might be a bit difficult for you to visualize the emotion of love actually feeling the bond between the two of you. You can start with visualizing the emotion of compassion being formed between the two of you. It could also be just acceptance, just non-judgmental acceptance and understanding being visualized between the two of you. And then you can just keep repeating these steps or these 4 lines as many times as you need to till you feel much more lighter in your body. So you would say, I'm sorry for whatever I did to you in the past that led you to act like this to me in the present. Please forgive me for whatever I did to you in the past. I forgive you for whatever you did to me in the present. The karmic accounts are now balanced. I release this toxic karmic connection between us and visualize it being filled with love. And then just remember that we all are humans. We all make mistakes. We all act from the limited understanding of things that we have. Similarly, the other person might have also just acted from their programming and their understanding of things. So you're not doing anyone any favor by holding on to that painful memories. They might have even forgotten that memory, but you're holding on to this painful memory and still pulling yourself down. So it makes no sense for you to do that anymore. Because the divine has already forgiven all of us. So it's up to us now to forgive ourselves and also forgive other people and then just free ourselves. That is where your true soul strength lies. That is true power. And I know it's not easy, but divine truly respects you for being able to forgive other people, let go of the hurt and move on in your life. And when you look at it closely, all of these painful memories might have some truly valuable lesson hidden in those memories for each of us. And when you can look at it from truly an empowered perspective without getting too emotional about it, you will be able to learn those lessons and move forward in your life. And the intention of this forgiveness framework is not to make your paths cross again. You don't have to meet this soul ever again if that is not something that you want to do. You don't have to form a bond of friendship or love with them after this forgiveness process unless you want to. The choice is always with you as to decide on what you want to take forward in your life. The only intention of using this forgiveness framework or this forgiveness process is to let go of any emotional charge that you are holding on to towards that particular memory or towards that particular person, and release that charge and just free up your inner world that the divine can now truly fill with valuable gifts, valuable memories and truly enriching experiences. So that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you find this video to be valuable, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button below and also subscribe to my channel to see more such videos. Sending a lot of love and peace towards each and every one of you. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, take care and bye.